This is a helium neon laser, LGN-303, which allows generating the MBER effect, modulated broadband electromagnetic radiation. This is the first laser model in history where this effect was recorded. When the laser setup is switched to the recording mode of standing wave holograms, according to the Dennis-Hughes scheme, the laser begins to produce the MBER effect. This weak field surrounds the laser itself, and it can be recorded by a spectral analyzer and converted into an audio signal. As mentioned earlier, the LGN-303 is the first laser model capable of creating the MBER effect. This effect is random for this setup and was discovered by a group of researchers unexpectedly. The laser is manufactured by the company JSC Plasma Labs. It was never designed for the purpose of obtaining a high-quality MBER effect, since it has completely different tasks in spectrometry. Its price for 2025 is more than $9,000. This laser by default does not have any connectors that allow it to be connected to a computer and purposefully work with the MBER effect through any application. It is simply impossible. On the contrary, it is you who must invent a method for capturing the modulated electromagnetic field that this laser generates. Next, for the first time, we will compare the quality of the MBER effect generated by the LGN-303 laser and a specialized laser developed in the ADARIS laboratory, specially created to obtain the ideal quality of the MBER effect. For this experiment, we had to develop a method for capturing the electromagnetic modulated field from this laser, specifically for testing. The LGN-303 laser is now configured in a special operating mode based on recording standing wave holograms using the Dennis-Hughes scheme. And right now you hear the MBER effect generated by this laser. Let's look at it in more detail. Now you can see more clearly what this MBER effect looks like. In real time, the electromagnetic field of the laser is captured and converted into sound audio modulation. Here for the test, I specifically block the laser beam and the MBER effect disappears. The laser is no longer in the recording mode of the standing wave hologram according to the Dennis-Hughes scheme. Note what happens next, and then the laser tube simply generates electromagnetic interference, and there is zero useful information here. Now I remove the blocking flap and the MBER effect returns. And this is another disadvantage of working with this laser. The frequency is unstable, and manual adjustment is constantly required. Let us summarize. The MBER effect depends on the operating mode of the laser setup, which is based on the optical scheme of recording standing wave holograms according to the Dennis-Hughes configuration, and as soon as the laser beam is blocked, the MBER effect disappears. Let's continue the next experiment. In this experiment, the laser beam already scans the cuvette with liquid. In this case, the laser generates the MBER effect, which already contains partly nanovibrational quantum information about the molecules in the liquid. Next, I add trehalose molecules and increase the concentration of the substance in the cuvette. But here the generation of the MBER effect is disrupted and the laser no longer generates it. This problem is associated with the poor sensitivity of the laser beam and the laser installation itself as a whole. There is simply no way to increase the sensitivity of the laser beam, unlike the laser installation of the ADARIS laboratory, where such a function is present. Here I intentionally increase the speed of movement of molecules in the cuvette, but we do not see any changes in the spectrum. The laser has stopped scanning the trehalose molecules in the cuvette and simply generates noise interference from the operation of the laser tube of the emitter. Let us sum up. Working with the LGN-303 laser is very difficult. It is not designed to produce a high-quality MBER effect. And with a high concentration of molecules in the cuvette, it simply stops generating the MBER effect. In simple terms, the laser stops scanning the molecules in the cuvette. But we have a solution to all problems. In the laboratory of ADARIS, we have specially developed a laser installation capable of generating a high-quality MBER effect. Now, you don't need to think about how to catch the external electromagnetic field of the laser. Our laser controller has an SMA interface to which you can connect an SDR receiver or a spectrum analyzer. And the software allows you to observe all spectra in real time and quickly adjust the laser, which simplifies working with it, and also easily record the MBER spectrum into an audio file in WAV format. Also, the most important function that our laser has is the ability to increase the sensitivity of the laser beam, which will allow scanning molecules with a higher concentration in the aqueous environment. Let's start the comparative test. Here I will demonstrate the exceptional quality of the MBER effect that generates the laser created in the R laboratory. Now the laser setup is in the MBER effect generation mode. Scans the cuvette with trehalose molecules. Note the quality of the MBER effect generation. Minimum noise and interference, the purest signal. Here I increase the concentration of trehalose molecules, and the laser continues to work and scan the cuvette. Here you hear the purest signal of the quantum nanovibrational audio spectrum, where the laser beam registers the smallest vibrations of the molecules in the cuvette. Here I deliberately increase the speed of the molecules in the cuvette and see how the spectrum and audio modulation change. This is direct evidence that the laser beam registers the smallest nanomolecular vibrations of the molecules of the substance. Now it becomes obvious that there is a significant difference in the quality of the work of these two laser installations. Extraction of quantum nanovibrational spectra of various substances is significantly simplified using our installation, and the quality of the resulting audio spectra is significantly higher. We spent more than 8 years studying this effect, disassembled and studied more than 7 laser installations, LGN-303, and created something perfect, something that works better. Our quantum nanovibrational audio spectra have already been tested by independent experimenters from different countries, and they work. Our quantum nanovibrational audio spectrum, read from strawberry DNA molecules, participated in this experiment, and its effect was tested on various types of radiation, including the transmission of quantum information through ordinary sound. It works. Plants respond to these spectra. Thank you all for watching. Laboratory ADARIS, we are changing the world.